Welcome to my YouTube channel today, Nava's Aussie Kitchen, basically focusing on the health, lifestyle, traditional food, and home gardening and the home cooking. These are the focus of my YouTube channel. Today, we have a very impressive YouTuber, as I know him recently. That is Frederick Krasey, and he has his very impressive lines of activities across the. I would say that across the global, and helping the people to help themselves. I think that impressed me a lot. As a result of that, uh, I invited him to my YouTube channel to blend with my YouTube channel activities so that all the audience can benefit from his wisdom, his experience, his skill across spanning over 40 some years, as I understand it. And so he is very, very reliable and process of counseling and coaching and consulting and mentoring various aspects of day-to-day life and of individual group of people, and he provide this across the globe through online platform and also that the technology. And his YouTube channel is FKC Health. I think we will provide all the detail at when we post this video. So I'm going to say a few more things about Frederick Krasey. As I said, very impressed. I'm well impressed by his counseling activities and he mentoring especially and the consulting. When I was going through his biography, I gathered that he has many ups and downs. I think that's from every ups and downs, he used that as a learning opportunities, and he learned that opportunities, and then he sharing with other people. So that is a big part of this process, and also that he is very conscious about the health and well-being of individual, health and well-being of himself, and so that is the very key part of this our discussion today too. How we approach is how we making a living. Another thing that he said it somewhere, life is worth living and not something to fear. So that is a thing, is applicable to anybody and everybody. Yes, every life is worth, and the life is worth living. Someone, we can learn, understand, how we travel through what is experience and so on. So without going into the further detail of about Frederick Krasey, I like to to sum up. He has a fantastic knowledge and experience. So knowledge is not a wisdom until you put it to use. That is, he said that. So I'm going to let him to apply his own words today through our interview. This interview process will, take through series of leading questions, and from that leading question, he will provide the necessary knowledge and the wisdom. He share his wisdom with our clients, our subscribers, our viewers. So welcome, Mr. Frederick Krasey. How are you today?
I'm fantastic at this nice early hour of the day. Happy to be here for you, Nava, and for your viewers. And I'm passionate to give some good content so that people can learn something about their health and well-being.
That's a great. That is the focus of that one. I think that is where that you and me are, some more or less aligned in this universe through that YouTube universe. So straight away, I'm going to ask the um, um, series of leading question. We know we had a COVID-19, and and also that as a part of that process, you have revitalized your services to the people. So what is really inspired to start the FKC Health and your YouTube channel?
Basically, I've been passionate about health and well-being for a very long time. I've also been really strong with helping to raise consciousness and awareness in myself and others, because I believe that the biggest sin in life is ignorance. So where I could possibly expand people's bandwidth in health and well-being, in living, so that people can have a more fulfilled and holistic life rather than just living in narrow bandwidths and regimented patterns. They could get out and experience various aspects of life. And
And
if you're not well, it's not a good thing. So I have been through some challenges health-wise myself, and I think this is one of the things that inspired me to FKC Health, because I really worked on myself and got myself to a place where knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain was all overcome over a period of time. And that was exciting for me to realize that the older I get, of course, there's a demise at the end of your life. No one can escape that. But I'm realizing that I'm 70 now, and I'm more fit and more healthy, got a better shaped body than I've had in my entire life. And I can see for at least the next 10 years, unless something unfortunate befalls me, I will be able to improve more flexibility, more strength, better cognition, better functioning in my life. And what a great thing to go out at my age and enjoy life. A nice 10K walk along the beach, with a friend, or, hiking in the bush, or sports. I play badminton every Thursday night. So I'm still active, and I still love my life, and I'm still looking forward to loving my life. And I want to inspire others to do the same. So that's what inspired me to start FKC Health. And as a counselor dealing with people one-on-one for many years, YouTube and the internet opened up the whole world to me. I've been an international life coach for 35 years. So I've traveled the globe. I've been to over 30 countries, over 100 major cities, and I still travel, and I still deal with people all over the world. We reach out on 7 or 8 social media platforms to an audience of 30K plus. It's not a lot of people, but it's also not insignificant. I've only been an outreach on social media for about 2.5 years. So in that short time, we've managed to amass 17K plus on YouTube, and about 6.5 on Instagram, another 5,000 on Facebook. So they all add up and stack up. And the main thing is for me that if I can just change someone's life just a little towards looking after their health, that 1 degree or 2 degree shift over time can make such a profound difference in their lives.
Thank you. And based on what you are saying, that I can summarize that the health is the wealth. And the another issue that I like to highlight on the living without the fear. So we, as everybody, have some sort of corners in us, some fear. How to overcome this fear, and how do you balance the health and the well-being in your life?
Well, I've been writing for years, many years, and blogging under the pseudonym Fearless Love. And I think fear, false evidence appearing real, or frig everything and run, whatever fear is to you. But the point is, fear is an essential part of life. There's a healthy fear, you know, for wild animals coming at you, it's a good idea to get out of the way. But at the same token, fear shouldn't freeze you. Fear shouldn't prevent you moving forward. I mean, life is a gift, and we should do all that we can to enjoy that life and take advantage of it. And it's a great idea for people who are stuck, many people are stuck, is to reach out to others for help. If they can't go to a professional, then maybe they can go to somebody that has more confidence than they have, and they can ask for a few pointers and tips on how to move forward. Because life is about moving forward progressively towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards your desires. So as long as you're optimistic, I think the main thing is pessimists are usually right, and pessimists are usually sad. Optimists can be wrong in a lot of cases, but I'd rather be an optimist and wrong than a pessimist and right, because usually I think the optimists are the ones that create all the opportunities and take advantage of all those opportunities, and they seem to bounce back and recover quickly. So there's some pointers straight up that if you have a pessimistic outlook in life, have a reconsideration to look at a optimistic outlook in life. And I think that's one of my major strengths, as being the eternal optimist.
Talking about your own strength and own plan for your own health and own well-being, I'm at this stage, I'm then considering, what you are doing to the other people. What is your real goal for other people in terms of their well-being? And you have just mentioned that they can reach out to anybody. It doesn't have to be a professional
Well,
people. I think that's a great
my
thing
hope
that
is,
we all should have.
yeah, my hope is that people will be inspired, one, by my YouTube channel, that they'll find we've interviewed podiatrists, physiotherapists, exercise physiologists. We've interviewed Chinese traditional medicine, personal trainers, other life coaches and health coaches. The list is quite prolific of different aspects of health. And there's not just physical health, there's mental health, emotional health, financial health, relational health. I mean, health is a rainbow. It's a spectrum. There's so many aspects towards living a more fulfilling and holistic life. So my vision for others is that they would find a baseline of where they're at. And usually it happens when someone gets sick. If something's not broken, they don't want to go and fix it. But what I have found, I got quite unwell in December last year. I come back from Thailand, caught COVID, and yeah, down went McGinty. I was crook as a dog. And last year was one of those years from hell for me, because I had some family trauma as well. One of my family members was quite ill. And due to a whole litany of challenges, I neglected myself a bit and got overweight, and I'd been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and it just creeped up on me. I didn't see it coming. It's amazing how you can really screw yourself over in a very short spate of time when you get to 65, 70, because a few bad meals here and there and a lack of attention to yourself, you can be quite ill. Well, that's when I rebootstrapped everything and said, no, never again. I'm never going back there again. And I've got my health back. And I've set myself up a daily routine. I have an exercise routine in the morning that lasts about an hour. And I started off with 5-10 minutes, a couple of minor things. And I just got the patterns and habits there. And the reason I do an hour now is because I enjoy it. And you don't continue anything you don't enjoy. So that's what I have proposed for myself, a routine every day that involves a lot of stretching, a lot of movement, a lot of flexibility exercises. They're not all strength or hard working exercise. A lot of them have some Tai Chi inspiration to just simply activate certain parts of my nervous system and body. I ride a bike once or twice a week. I do about 14K. It's not a lot, but at least I ride the bike. I do 2 gym sessions a week. I used to do 3, but I've cut it back to 2 because I don't need that much now. I'm at my ideal weight. I've come down from 92 kilo to 72 kilos. So that's a 20 kilo drop. And your body takes a while to adjust to that. But the illnesses that were diagnosed to me back in December, January are gone. I've reversed type 2 diabetes. I've got rid of the high blood pressure and cholesterol and fatty liver and all the rest of it. But I'm really glad it happened. I'm ecstatic it happened because it punched my awareness into overdrive. And then when I could see the state of other people around me, because I'd suffered so much, I couldn't breathe. And my body pain was intense. So it's given me profound compassion for others. So I'd say FKC and my hope for others is based on personal experience, losing family members, losing friends and things, and seeing people not living a fulfilled and expressive life and suffering and pain and discomfort. And it's not hard. It seems hard at first to turn things around and change. But once you establish some little subtle habits, you see, I guess when your metabolic machinery is broken because you've abused it, 1 cupcake, 1 piece of sugar, 1 chocolate bar, anything can turn you away from your goals. But if you repair yourself and get to a really good health, and you're out for dinner and dessert comes along, if you said no to that dessert for the last 10, 15 times and you say yes once, that's fine. That's life. It gives you an expression of moderation and taste. But the real challenge is the moderation, is not falling down, like a lot of alcoholics can't go near a bar. Well, fortunately for me, I don't like drinking. I don't drink. I don't enjoy it. But if I had a cold beer on a hot day, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to get diabetes. I'm not going to get sick. A cold beer, 1, a stubby, and I may not even finish it. But that's like the same with treats and food that's not good for you. I mean, in moderation, the sweets and the high and lows can help you sustain your diet, sustain your discipline. But you've got to be so mindful with your eating. You have to be so mindful with your food, and you have to understand what you're putting into your body.
Thank you. That's a very impressive discipline practices that you have, and the exercise plan that you have, good to hear. And that we all should, follow that. It's great to see that you have turned the paradigm shift the paradigm of your health. I think that's great too. And also, talking on this point about that, I understand that in your early days, your father was the inspirator for you. And
100%.
throughout your life, from time to time, various people have inspired on a various direction. In particularly, quickly, I wanted to, to highlight on okay, who really inspired you very, very recently, and what inspired you very recently?
A lot of things inspire me. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I look to other health professionals and people out there. But on a personal note, my father, of course, I would like to at least be the man he was and more if I can, and stand on his shoulders. That he died at 97. He was a world champion swimmer. Um, Very impressive man as far as dedication and consistency. I've had really top class personal trainers and health coaches and nutritionists because I've mixed in the industry for quite some time. I was 2IC at Sage Active Clinic, which had really good exercise physiologists. One being Jake Holness. Jake was amazing. And there was Damien, who was a myotherapist. So I've and Adam Sachs from A to Z Health. Adam's inspired me because Adam's really passionate about health. He's like just gung ho with it all, and yeah, just various sports people. And the thing, what I enjoy the most is I'm a happy soul.
I can seems to be like that. I think, oh, that's very great to hear that. And also, I like to really, visit your coaching business and the life coaching. And regarding the coaching, I am interested in knowing that, do you look for a specific kind of clients, or how do you approach to your client? How do you recruit your clients? And it is a very challenging, enterprise. And how do you stay positive, and how do you move on this life coaching and mentoring and counseling and various other activities, especially when you are in the plum 70s?
Well, it's funny. I'm not your traditional life and business coach like most people. I get, I don't know, 20 a week from LinkedIn. We can set your appointments, this, that, and the other. I actually do not go after any clients for any reason. I do zero marketing. I'm on YouTube. I get a lot of referrals word of mouth. And to every marketer that contacts me, I say, my dance card is full. I'm at capacity. No, thank you. And I am. I mean, to have a balanced life, anytime I'm not counseling, coaching, consulting, or doing projects, I want it for me. I want me time at 70. I don't want to be stacking myself up looking for clients like a hungry dog. I'm happy to work, and I'm happy to rest, and I'm happy to play. So I guess there was a time where I needed clients and I was desperate like everyone else, and I was looking for that next client. But eventually that passes you by and people seek you out. A lot of people seek me out because they see me moving through life gracefully. They see me moving through life easily, healthily, and happily. So they ask me questions. And from that, I give away a lot of free advice, a lot of free coaching, counseling, consulting. But eventually I say, well, if you want a program or if you want to work some things out, we can set up some stuff. You've assessed my skills. This is my price range. If you want to continue, this is what it is. And in a lot of cases, people come to me with challenges because of my NLP background and other various toolkit coaching and counseling aspects. a lot of people are sorted in a very short space of time. So the long-term clients I have are people that more have come back on a relational basis, and they know I can handle certain things. Like I as a business consultant, I've had clients for 9, 10, 15, 20 years. So they keep coming back because they're setting up a new company, or they want something, they want to do a goal setting workshop around high aspiration goal. So with the coaching, with the counseling, with the consulting, it all comes down to life's a marathon. And if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to run in the race. So there's always a health aspect to what I do, and a well-being. There's always a balance aspect, and there's always accountabilities, whether it be business, whether it be life, whether it be health, or whether it be the whole gamut.
That leading me to ask a very important question about self-respect, and also that self-love. This is some other thing that many of us don't do this. So how that one is very important. You have your self-respect and the self-love.
That's a really cool question. 7 years ago, I went to my European coaching tour, and on the way I stopped in Scotland, and there was a young fella there that didn't have much self-love and self-respect, and I was able to help him go into remission of 3.5 years, 4 years of clinical depression. Through an intervention that I provided for him, he got out of that depression. And he rang me when I was in London, and he said, dude, are you telling me it's all self-love? And I said, you tell me. And he goes, oh my God, no, my family can't believe the change in me and everything. And he said, you got to write a book. So I did. I wrote a book called The Keys to Happiness and Self-Love. And basically, in my counseling, if you don't love yourself, you're going to sabotage yourself to be congruent with your belief about yourself. Also, if you don't love yourself, you're going to take it out on others. So self-respect and self-love is key and paramount to a central navigational system. So once you love yourself, you will find that you take care of your health, you take care of your finances, and you take care of the people that are in your life that are important, and you have enough reserves to reach out and help others. So self-love, self-respect is paramount in getting healthy, being healthy. And of course, it helps you choose food that nurtures you. Choose food that supports your health and your well-being. Whereas if you don't love yourself, you're trying to get it through, like potato chips and chocolate. Good luck with that. So, yeah, self-love and self-respect are paramount.
And I'm glad that you mentioned about the food. That is our last segment of this question. And I like to highlight on what are your favorite food, and how do you balance the taste and the nutrition in your food? And can you what is what is your favorite food for cooking? And so I like to highlight on that food and food nutritions and the balance.
Sure. Yeah, perhaps we can do another video another time just purely on food. But while you touched on that subject, a doctor once said to me, it's not just what you eliminate from your diet, it's what you put in. So with my cooking, there's a lot of Celtic salt, paprika, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, ginger, a lot of herbs and spices, parsley, sage, rosemary. So a full gamut. I've got about 20 or 30 spice and herb jars over on my cooking bench. I know there's veganism and there's vegetarianism and raw meat eaters. I think that each person is on a journey of discovery with food, as you have been. For me, I like to eat reasonable sized portions that I'm, one, not hungry, but two, not overfed, to leave my tummy a little bit just on the empty side rather than the bloated or full side. I like good quality fish, deep sea fish. I like grass-fed beef, Scotch fillet steak, eye fillet. And I eat chicken under sufferance. I don't like it that much. I don't think it's a good meat anymore. So I try with the Ionica free-range ones because I know they don't bleach their meats. But you got to live in the world and you got to be practical. I'm not anti-veganism. I'm just saying if you're going to be a vegan, you really have to know your stuff and do it well, or otherwise you really can get unhealthy. I'm not saying vegans are unhealthy. Some of the vegans are the most healthiest people I've met, but they know what they're doing. In my case, high vegetable content, high salad, vegetable. I love avocados. I love kiwi fruits. Have half a grapefruit for with my breakfast sometimes. Nuts. I love Brazil nuts, pecans, walnuts, pistachios. Occasionally almonds. I'm not saying there's anything wrong or right with those nuts. It's just that's what works for me. I love cooking with sauerkraut and pickled cucumber, fermented foods, fermented cheese occasionally. I'm not a big dairy fan. I stay away from dairy, but if I do have cheese, it's a fermented cheese like a Gouda or a Jarlsberg. I tried your black garlic. That was nice. I have raw garlic with my super slaw salad, and I soften that with a bit of lemon juice. So there you go. That's a quick inroad. A lot of olive oil, of course, and olives. Yeah, I love a diverse range of food, and that's what attracted me to your channel because there's so many different foodstuffs in your channel that are not mainstream. Yeah, most people go to the supermarket, they go tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, potatoes. No, you've got a whole plethora of exotic fruits and vegetables. Occasionally I go through a stint where I have papaya, raw papaya, and I will eat some of the seeds to lower LDL and cholesterol to just keep things in check. So yeah, that's my food regime.
Thank you very much for very impressive the discussion or interview we had this morning. And as you have claimed that the knowledge is not wisdom, or knowledge is not worth until we put it in use, and we all should eat for living, not live to eat. And always that we need to reach out somebody, and it's very important that we need to self-respect, and self-love is very, very important. And the most important part of the thing is the food you love, the quality and the nutrition is ultimately in what you put on your plate instead of what you are trying to eliminate. And yes, thank you for watching my channel also. That yes, I'm also in the process of discovering new food, healthy food, and trying to present it to various varieties of the food for my YouTubers, my viewers. and your interview and your perspective on the health and well-being and your activities, provide another perspective to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your valuable time this morning. I think that is the great, the discussion interview that we had. Thank you. Thank you for participating in our YouTube channel.
Thank you for having me on board, Dr. Nava. It's enjoyable to be here, and I hope that your listeners get some value out of this, and they can check out both our YouTube channels and find out more and learn about health and well-being.
Thank you. Great to have you.